Released in 1990 and directed by Aaron Norris, Delta Force 2. The Colombian Connection continues the adventures of elite military operatives, this time taking on international drug cartels. The film shifts focus from Middle Eastern terrorism to Latin American narcotics operations, attempting to modernize the franchise's action narrative for the early 90s. Chuck Norris returns as Major Scott McCoy, reprising his role with stoic heroism and martial prowess. His screen presence remains the central anchor of the film. Supporting actors include Billy Drago as drug lord Rafael El Gato Montez, whose performance injects the film with over-the-top villainy, and a returning Lee Marvin in a brief cameo adds gravitas. The human cast largely serves the plot with limited emotional arcs, but action-oriented audiences are likely to remain engaged through Norris's charisma and fight sequences. Aaron Norris emphasizes large-scale shootouts, hand-to-hand combat, and explosive stunts, maintaining the franchise's reputation for practical action sequences. The tone is straightforward, patriotic, and action-focused, with occasional comic relief to lighten tension. Cinematography emphasizes kinetic energy, though editing can feel choppy compared to modern standards. The film also leans into jungle and urban environments to add variety to the action settings. The plot follows McCoy and his Delta Force team as they infiltrate a Colombian drug cartel to rescue hostages and dismantle operations. Strengths include clear stakes and relentless pacing, keeping the audience invested in the mission. However, the narrative is formulaic, relying heavily on cliches of 80s/90s action cinema, stereotypical villains, heroic soldiers, and simplistic moral contrasts. Character development outside McCoy is minimal, and dialogue often feels stiff and predictable. Where the film could have improved is a greater depth for both allies and antagonists would have elevated the story. Nuanced portrayals of the cartel or Delta Force team members could have added tension and suspense beyond physical action. Some sequences also repeat similar tropes from the first film, making portions of the runtime feel derivative. Delta Force 2 performed moderately at the box office but failed to capture the cultural impact of the original. While praised by fans of Chuck Norris and practical action sequences, critics noted its predictable plot, thin characterization, and reliance on over-the-top action rather than storytelling. The film maintains a nostalgic value for 90s action fans, but is considered a lesser entry in the Delta Force series. Film rating 5.5 out of 10. A serviceable action sequel with solid stunts and a charismatic lead, but limited by formulaic storytelling and shallow character work. Final thoughts. Delta Force 2. The Colombian Connection delivers adrenaline-fueled action, but without the suspenseful tension or cultural resonance of its predecessor. Like and subscribe, because sometimes the mission is clear, even if the story isn't.
You want me, baby, let me know all in this. You want me, baby, so